how nervous should I be about keeping ink bottles out? How long before ink starts to fade? Tips on displaying. Okay, so yeah, so basically, you know, ink bottles, some of them are really pretty and you want to keep them out and display them. I get that. However, inks are dye-based, and if you expose them to a lot of UV light, eventually they will break down over time. It's kind of this paradox that you get into. You have these beautiful ink bottles that you want to display, but the act of displaying them will technically degrade the ink over time. So technically speaking, yes, it's better to keep your bottle out of sight. You want to keep it, you know, even fluorescent lights with UV lighting, you know, you especially want to keep it out of direct sunlight. That's the harshest, but even lights like I've got here really are not perfect if you're trying to maintain like absolute integrity of these inks over a long period of time. I can't really say how long that is because it's going to depend on the ink, it's going to depend on the lighting and the situation. There's too many variables there for me to say. The blues and some reds and stuff tend to be a little more sensitive than other dyes, generally speaking, but I'm no chemist, so I can't really say affirmatively. I personally haven't really experienced dramatic changes with ink bottles that I've had left out, but you know, that said, if you want to play it safe, it's better to keep it in the box that it comes in, or in a drawer or a cabinet or something like that, where it's not in light all the time. But if it's an ink that you regularly use and you know you're going to be using up that bottle within a year or so, I guess I would say, you know, you can keep it out and not really worry about it too bad, as long as you're not like storing it on a windowsill or something where it's getting harsh sunlight all day long. That's just kind of my thing. But if you have a collection of 80 ink bottles and you are trying to store them for years and years and years, you're not going to want to keep those out. You're going to want to tuck them away. All right.